Well, the high school football season has come to an end with two more state champions from our region. Our Nick Krupke is taking a look at the pair of squads who again wear the crowns in Oregon and Washington.
Papermaker perfection again. 4 years after Camas' first ever football championship, Milltown is again title town.
Here we go.
Camas bust up to Mount Tahoma Stadium in Tacoma and came back down south for a second WIAA 4A trophy, 35-14 over Bothell, the team that punched out the Papermakers 1 season ago. Not only did backup quarterback Blake Asciutto and Jackson Clemmer turn in the play of the night to go up 2 scores, but Jacques Bartolotto Birdsell put his stamp on the ground. More than 200 yards and 3 scores rushing behind the best O-line group in school history.
Grateful for my O-line. If it wasn't for them, I don't even know where I would do. They created opportunities for me, and I just took care of the opportunity I got.
The Makers grabbed every opportunity all season long, and it began more than 1 calendar year ago as longtime head coach John Eagle and his kids lost more games a season ago, 5, than the program had the previous 5 years. That revenge tour complete, 14-0 after last winning it all when the 30-member senior class was merely freshmen.
It started last December when we got beat, or maybe even November, and the Monday following that last loss, the kids said, this is never going to happen again. We're not going to go through that again. And they just started putting the time in. And the buy-in was small, and then the buy-in kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they worked harder and harder.
This marks the 2nd year a Clark County school was crowned with the Big School Trophy after the Union Titans won it all last season. Oregon reigned to quench that championship thirst again at Central Catholic.
It feels as good as the first 2. It doesn't get old by any stretch. I'm just so proud of these kids and coaches and the community.
That blue plaque is headed back for Steve Pine's Cardinal and Gold after they came back against the fellow gold standard of coaches in Oregon. Steve Corey's Lakers were great stewards of the title, and Stanford-bound Oregon Player of the Year, Casey Filkins, again outstanding. But now that championship hardware is going back to the Rams. A first for the 33-member senior class behind a record-setting, nearly flawless performance from Cade Knighton. 31 of 36 passing, nearly 400 yards, the highest completion percentage in Oregon championship history.
To see some of the alumni with their rings, it's pretty special. It really is a family, and once you come here, you never really leave.
Those emotions were overflowing and overwhelming for Elijah Elliott, younger brother of former Ram and late PSU Viking Deontay Strickland.
We don't ask how, we don't ask why. We just let it flow.
I just hope I made him proud. I know I made him proud. And the last thing I told him was, I'm going to get a state championship. That's the last thing I told him, and I'm just glad that I kept my word by that.
It's never easy losing a family member, especially somebody that close to you. So we just wanted to be there for him from day one. Nobody works harder than him. So he's just a living example of what we really should do, and we just embodied that throughout the whole year.
Strick City forever, and forever champions of the Central Catholic Rams. Next on the table for many of these kids is National Signing Day on December 18th. In studio, Nick Krupke, Fox 12 Oregon.